Gaius Octavius was born on September 23, 63 BCE. His birthplace was Velitrae, a town south of Rome. Octavius's family was wealthy, and they were also politically connected. His father was a senator, and his great-uncle was Julius Caesar. This made young Octavius a member of the Roman elite. Octavius received a good education. He learned rhetoric and philosophy, and he also studied military strategy. Octavius was a bright student who excelled in his studies. He was destined for a life in politics. In 48 BCE, Octavius's father died. Octavius was just 15 years old. Despite his young age, he was now the head of his family and responsible for his father's political legacy. Octavius rose to the challenge and proved to be a capable leader. Julius Caesar played a significant role in Octavius's life. Caesar was his great-uncle and a powerful Roman general and statesman. Caesar had no legitimate sons, but he saw potential in young Octavius and became a mentor to him. Caesar involved Octavius in his political and military campaigns. Octavius accompanied Caesar on his expeditions, which gave him valuable experience. Octavius learned about leadership, strategy, and Roman politics. Caesar was impressed by Octavius's intelligence and ambition, so he made him his heir. In 44 BCE, tragedy struck. A group of senators assassinated Caesar. They feared his growing power, and the assassination shocked Rome. It also had a profound impact on Octavius, who was just 18 years old when he received the news. After Caesar's death, Octavius returned to Rome. He learned of his inheritance, as Caesar had officially adopted him in his will. Octavius was now Gaius Julius Caesar Octavianus and Caesar's political heir. Octavian faced a difficult situation. Rome was in turmoil, Caesar's assassins were still at large, and the Roman Republic was on the brink of civil war. Octavian had to act quickly to secure his position. He decided to avenge Caesar's death and vowed to restore order to Rome. Octavian formed an alliance with two of Caesar's most powerful supporters, Mark Antony and Marcus Aemilius Lepidus. This alliance was called the Second Triumvirate. It was a formal, legal agreement that granted the three men absolute power for 5 years. The Second Triumvirate pursued Caesar's assassins and defeated them in a series of battles. The most famous of these was the Battle of Philippi in 42 BCE. Octavian and Antony were victorious, and they consolidated their power. The Second Triumvirate ruled Rome for several years. However, tension soon arose between Octavian and Antony. They had different visions for the future of Rome. Octavian wanted to restore the Roman Republic, while Antony was more interested in personal power and glory. Octavian and Antony used propaganda to undermine each other. They spread rumors and accusations, and they also fought each other indirectly by supporting different sides in local conflicts. The situation escalated, and it was clear that a clash was inevitable. The conflict between Octavian and Antony came to a head in 31 BCE. This was a culmination of years of political and military rivalry between the two powerful leaders. Their forces met at the Battle of Actium, a decisive confrontation that would shape the future of the Roman world. It was a naval battle, one of the most significant in ancient history. It took place off the coast of Greece, near the promontory of Actium in the Ionian Sea. Octavian's fleet was commanded by Marcus Vipsanius Agrippa, a trusted and brilliant military strategist. Agrippa's strategic genius played a crucial role in the battle's outcome, ensuring Octavian's forces were well prepared and effectively coordinated. The Battle of Actium was a decisive victory for Octavian, marking a turning point in Roman history. Antony and his lover Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, were defeated. They fled to Egypt, hoping to regroup and resist. However, Octavian pursued them relentlessly. In 30 BCE, Octavian's forces captured Alexandria, the heart of Cleopatra's power. Facing inevitable defeat, Antony and Cleopatra committed suicide, ending their tragic saga. With their deaths, Egypt became a Roman province, adding to Octavian's expanding empire. The Battle of Actium marked the end of the Roman Republic, a significant shift in Roman governance. Octavian was now the sole ruler of Rome, holding unprecedented power. He was just 32 years old, yet he had achieved what no one else had before. His accomplishments were unparalleled, setting the stage for the Roman Empire's future. Octavian had united the Roman world under his control, ushering in a new era of peace and stability known as the Pax Romana. And Octavian, later known as Augustus, was determined to avoid the mistakes of his predecessors. He had witnessed the chaos and destruction brought about by years of civil war and political instability. He knew that the Roman people were tired of war and civil unrest. The citizens longed for peace and stability, a respite from the constant turmoil that had plagued their lives. Octavian wanted to create a stable and prosperous Roman state. He envisioned a society where commerce could flourish, and people could live without fear of sudden upheaval. So, he decided to establish a new form of government. This new system would blend the old republican traditions with a more centralized authority. It was called the Principate. This system allowed Octavian to maintain control while giving the appearance of a restored republic. The Principate was a system of disguised monarchy. It cleverly preserved the illusion of the Roman Republic, which was crucial for gaining public support. It preserved the illusion of the Roman Republic. The Senate still functioned and traditional offices were maintained, but real power rested with Octavian. Octavian was careful not to call himself king. He understood that the title of king would be deeply unpopular and could lead to resistance. He knew that this would alienate the Roman people. Instead, he adopted a more modest title that would be acceptable to the populace. Instead, he adopted the title of princeps. It meant first citizen. This title conveyed a sense of humility and service to the state. Octavian's reign ushered in an era of peace and prosperity. This period, known as the Pax Romana, was marked by relative tranquility and economic growth. It was known as the Pax Romana. The Roman Empire expanded its borders, and trade routes flourished, connecting distant parts of the empire. This Roman peace lasted for over 2 centuries. It was a time of unprecedented stability and cultural achievements. It was a golden age for the Roman Empire. Art, literature, and architecture flourished, leaving a lasting legacy. Octavian's reforms and policies contributed to this period of stability. His administrative and social reforms laid the foundation for a strong and enduring empire. He created a professional army. This standing army ensured the security of the empire and helped maintain order. He also reformed the Roman tax system. These reforms made the tax collection process more efficient and fair. He promoted trade and infrastructure projects. The construction of roads, aqueducts, and other public works facilitated commerce and improved the quality of life for Roman citizens. Octavian, now known as Augustus, implemented numerous reforms. He restructured the Roman army. He created a standing army of professional soldiers. He also established the Praetorian Guard. They were an elite unit. They served as the emperor's personal bodyguard. Augustus also reformed the Roman administration. He divided the provinces into 2 categories, senatorial and imperial. He appointed governors to oversee the provinces. He also centralized the grain supply. This ensured that the people of Rome had enough food. Augustus was a prolific builder. He launched a massive building program in Rome. He constructed temples, theaters, aqueducts, and other public works. He wanted to create a city that reflected the power and grandeur of the Roman Empire. Among his most famous projects were the Forum of Augustus and the Ara Pacis. Augustus died on August 19, 14 CE. He was 75 years old. He had ruled Rome for over 4 decades. His death was a moment of great sorrow for the Roman people. They mourned him as a wise and benevolent ruler. After his death, Augustus was deified by the Roman Senate. He became a god in the eyes of the Roman people. Temples were erected in his honor. His image appeared on coins and statues throughout the empire. The cult of Augustus became an important part of Roman religion. Augustus had carefully planned for his succession. He had chosen his stepson Tiberius as his heir. Tiberius was a capable administrator and military commander. He continued many of Augustus's policies. However, he also faced challenges. He had to deal with conspiracies, rebellions, and the ever-present threat of invasion. Augustus left an enduring legacy that has shaped the course of history. He is considered one of the greatest Roman emperors, revered for his leadership and vision. He transformed Rome from a republic to an empire, a monumental shift that changed the political landscape forever. Augustus established a stable and prosperous Roman state, bringing peace and order to a previously tumultuous region. He also laid the foundations for the Pax Romana, a period of unprecedented peace and prosperity that lasted for over 2 centuries. His reign marked the beginning of a golden age for Roman civilization, characterized by cultural and architectural achievements. Augustus's reforms had a lasting impact on the Roman Empire, reshaping its administration and military. His administrative and military reforms ensured the stability and security of the empire for centuries to come, creating a legacy of strength and resilience. His building projects, including temples, forums, and aqueducts, enhanced the beauty and grandeur of Rome, making it a marvel of the ancient world. These projects also improved the lives of its citizens, providing them with better infrastructure and public amenities. Augustus's influence extended beyond the Roman Empire, as his policies and cultural initiatives spread Roman culture far and wide. He became a model for rulers throughout history, inspiring countless leaders with his example of governance and statecraft. His name became synonymous with power, authority, and imperial grandeur, a testament to his enduring impact. The month of August is named after him, a small but significant reminder of his lasting influence. His legacy continues to fascinate and inspire people today as we look back on his remarkable contributions to history.